Hi, my name is Kira and welcome to my channel. This is the first video on this channel, but I have had another YouTube channel, so if you are coming over from that channel, hi. Um, yeah. So the reason why I'm now on this channel is because I've had some problems with the other YouTube channel. It won't let me sign into the channel on a different device, and my iPad won't let me film on it. So I'm like basically unable to upload on it. So I'm now on this channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, hi. I'm blind and I go to boarding school, hence this video, which is like, I think I'm going to title it like the truth about going to boarding school or something like that. It's just like a sit down chatty video. Basically, I'm on my Easter holidays and I'm just like chilling, and I thought I'd make this video. So yeah, um I guess let's just get on with it. So it is great. um Sometimes. I think in the beginning everyone really enjoys it because it's like a new experience and everything. But as your time goes on, it kind of gets a bit same old and it's just like, routine. By the way, sorry about my hair. I've lost my hairbrush. It's not too bad, but yeah. So when you first get there, everything's all new and everyone's all new and you don't really know anyone. So they seem really like cool and new and interesting, and it's cool to have friends because for a lot of visually impaired students in mainstream, it's really hard to make friends. Um, for me, it was because of the teachers wouldn't allow me to, which doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, so it was really cool to have friends in the beginning, but obviously as you stay there longer and longer, you realize like a lot of people are very fake and they'll pretend to be your friend and then they're not and then they are and then they're not, and you either have to just accept that and not get close to people and just sort of chill, or like I guess you just have to get used to that. I guess it's the same with like a lot of places, but with going to boarding school, if you have like an argument with someone in your first lesson and then like there's no way to go home and calm down if you're in like the same house. So then like you see each other at tea and you see each other around the house, and like the tension just builds and builds and builds and it gets really ridiculous, especially I feel with the girls. You know what teenage girls are like it's all just drama, and it can be, I think, really hard to sort of settle that down sometimes, especially when you have like people coming in and they're saying like, oh, so and so says this about you, so and so said that about you, or apparently you did this with so and so's boyfriend or best friend or crush, and it's like, oh my god, chill the fuck out, it's not that deep, no one really cares. In 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, will I even know your name? Like, just chill, relax, enjoy it. Like, so there's that. But that can also be a really good thing, like the going home and being with each other, because it can form really strong bonds with the actual genuine people. Like, some people you get ridiculously close to, like your family, and I guess the whole school kind of just feels like a really dysfunctional family, I guess. Like, um certain more certain students who have additional needs upon beyond, I can speak, being blind, sometimes, like in the beginning when they first come to the school, they can get um sort of, we're all, the school is like a certain number of people who, like a very small percentage is just VI, no other additional learning difficulties, and then the rest is, and it's quite a low percentage that are just VI. So sometimes there's like another one and it feels like, um how do I say this? I don't want to be like mean, but it can feel quite difficult sometimes to feel like you fit in. That makes like no sense. But if you go to the school, you understand. And so sometimes when there's another one and you like I have to help you get dressed and like help you find your lessons and you've been here for 3 years, like, well, not for 3 years because usually they settle in by more by that point, but like you've been here for like months and you still need like tons and tons of help, and it can really put a lot on the other students, I feel. um but eventually it gets to a point where it's like you begin to feel a sense of like camaraderie, and you want to help them and look after them and make sure they're okay. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they're almost like, that really annoying half sister or niece you have, and you don't really get on, but like if anyone hurt them, you would you know you'd kill them. Like it becomes like that. It's really bizarre. Um so I guess that can be kind of like, I don't know, like a weird little thing that happens within our little family. Um but yeah, like I said, I think we worked it out once, and I think it was lower than 15% are just VI. Um and the school's very, very small, and you have limited um interactions like outside of it, especially like if you're like me and I move around a lot, and I've moved a couple times since I've joined the school, and there's no real way for me to make friends outside of school, just because like if I was to go out and meet someone, I'd be like, oh yeah, I go to school, so I can't see you the majority of the time. And then it's like you're that person who like is constantly invited to things but can't go because you're like not here, and then you stop being invited to things, or people don't understand and they just get angry with you, and you're like, I can't do anything about it. So that can kind of suck. um the house parents, depending on which house you're in, are either really, really lovely or like quite difficult. Um, and sometimes you have house parents that you really love and then you don't. And when like I used to have quite a difficult relationship with one of them, but I feel like they've just realized that they just need to sort of, when I'm having a bad day, don't come and talk to me about it. Like just leave me alone. I will figure it out on my own, and if I need to talk, I will talk. And now we get on a lot better. And yeah, so there's that. You also have to hand your tech in at night, which seems, hold on, I'm just going to adjust. Which seems like it would be a really, really good thing for some students, but for other students, it's like a lot of students use audiobooks to fall asleep, and you can keep your Alexa, but the Wi-Fi goes off at 11. So, like, in the beginning, I was really dependent on audiobooks to sleep. I'm a bit better now, but it's like then your tech gets taken away and you're unable to listen to them. And it's like, oh, that kind of sucks. Now I'm gonna be awake all night, and that can really, yeah, suck. Um, yeah. So also the curfews and things are quite early. Like I think I'm in year 10. And I think my curfew is 9:15, and I have to be in bed by 9:45, I think. I think I'd stay inside a lot, but for other students, I know they complain about it a lot, but I'm quite an introvert. So I when I was in year 8 and my curfew was 8:45, that really, really sucked. Um I used to go out a lot more, and the curfews have been pushed back quite a lot, or pulled forwards, depending on which way you look at it. They've gotten earlier and earlier as I've been at the school, just because the student body as a whole has a really bad, like, visually impaired people usually find it really, really hard to sleep. And so a lot of students were falling asleep in lessons for a while, and the school kind of had a party about it. And then the um house parents were like, no, that's not fair on the students to be going to bed that early. Like, it's just because they're visually impaired, it's not because they're not getting enough. Like, you can put them to bed as early as you want, they're not gonna sleep. So that was really nice of the house parents. You get a certain amount more independence. Like, we're all expected, or all sort of encouraged to do our own laundry and to cook as many meals, like cook once a week, and do things like that, which I don't know how many people outside of, like, how many mainstream students do that. So I guess that's good, and you get taught a lot of things, like, um for once you leave school, um which is called, we call it ILS, or independent living skills, and that's a lesson we have. My water bottle is trashed. It's not a happy boy. It doesn't stand up anymore. So I think we get taught a lot there, but also we don't get independence in certain areas, like, you know, say I was in mainstream and I had a group of girlfriends, we might all go out to town on the weekend on our own without parents and go shopping for the day. You can do that, but you have to have passed town, and everyone you're taking has to have passed town, otherwise you can't go. And also with COVID at the minute, we're not allowed on all of the school's campus. We're given like a very tiny area we're allowed to stay in, because they want to have eyes on us at all times to make sure that bubbles aren't being crossed and things like that, which really, really sucks. um so there's that. Also, because of it's a specialist school for the visually impaired, we have extra lessons that ordinarily you wouldn't get in school, which means that we can't take as many GCSEs. I think we still have, I don't know how many you take in mainstream. I think you take, is it 4 including your humanity? We take 3, but we also have an hour of mobility, an hour of independent living skills, or more if you need more, and half an hour to an hour of braille. I have an hour of braille, and it kind of sucks. We also have like skills lessons, which are when they can't give you another lesson because of, say you've got, your class is split in half and you have 8 people in a year group. That's how many I think there is in mine. They're really, really small class sizes. So you have 4 who are currently in ILS. Then you've got 1 who's got braille now, 1 who's got mobility, another one has I don't know, they say are learning an instrument. The lessons aren't fixed, but like, it just cuts down so much, and they have 2 students, so that's how you end up with like skills lessons. And in those skills lessons, depends on your teacher for what you do. Sorry, I'm getting pins and needles, but yeah, on what you need help with for what you do. It's gonna adjust the camera again. Sorry, this is probably very annoying. For what you do, say, sorry, just ignore my finger. Say if you have a science teacher for it, you might do science skills, and you might do revision techniques. Or if you are struggling in your ILS, you might do like how to tie your shoelaces. It's very, very basic things in our ILS. So yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, we get to take less GCSEs, which is either a good thing or a bad thing depending how you look at it. And also the school offers less. So we could choose between doing GCSE music, business, PE. Oh no, it's a BTEC in PE, not a GCSE. Cooking, drama, German, Spanish, French, and I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's completely it. And then obviously your humanities, um, history and geography, and then we have a lesson which is called RE on the timetable, but the course is beliefs and ethics or something like that, and it has some crossover with religion, but not really. And that's you don't. That's like a sorry about the camera angling in this video. That's like instead of our RE, we have that just because it's quite difficult to learn subjects when you're VI, such as like um graphs and things have to be adapted in a certain way, and it can be very difficult to learn how to read them, stuff like that. So we have less GCSEs. I don't know if any of this video is making sense. Yeah, but a lot of the curriculum is different or taught very differently, which I think is both a good thing and a bad thing, because when I have my CV, I'm not going to have as many courses, as many GCSEs on there as my cited peers, which could impact negatively on whether or not I get the position I'm applying for. Yeah. Also, within the school, like, how do I say this? Like, the teachers can sometimes be very like too close with the students, or really like away from the students. Like, we spend a lot of our science lessons just making fun of our science teacher instead of actually learning. And while that's really fun, I don't know if it's the best for actually learning stuff. And some students are allowed to get away with a lot because of like their home lives, or this or that or the other, that they just wouldn't get away with ordinarily in like a mainstream school, just because everybody knows everything, and they get a lot more allowances, which is good for those students who need that, but it can also be like abused, like say you don't want to do a certain lesson, you can just be like, oh, I need to go see the counsellor, like I'm having a crisis, when in reality you just don't want to do maths that day or whatever. So I think that can impact students. Yeah, and also the social hierarchy is so bizarre, like compared to a mainstream school where you have like the popular kids, the not so popular kids who sometimes hang out with the popular kids but aren't really the popular kids, and then it goes all the way down to like the specials, or like the special needs kids. That's how it was at my school. Whereas here, or at boarding school, at my boarding school, it's like you had the popular kids and then the specials, and it's so divided. It's bizarre. And then there's like three people in the middle who like the popular, they're mainly girls, honestly, in the middle, who like the popular kids don't like, and most of those are male, because either they won't get with them, or their exes or whatever, and they just don't like them for whatever reason. And it is mainly girls, and I think that that's awful, because the boy population is much more than the girls at my school, which is bizarre, and kind of sucks. um I guess that's like pretty much it I can say. I don't know what else people want to know. If anyone ever sees this video, like, comment below if you want to know, if you want a Q&A or something, ask some questions. I don't know what people would genuinely be interested in. Like, if you want to know more about what we learn in independent living skills, or more about just the houses, or whatever, let me know. Yeah. This is kind of just a rambly video. Like, I was bored and I really want to post more on YouTube, and I was like, I just need to do this and start this as a channel and just get things going. So yeah, hope you guys are all doing okay, staying safe with all the new I don't know what the new guidelines all are now. Things are beginning to open up a little bit more, but like, stay safe, keep safe, look after each other, and have a good day.